Okay, this is going to be a quick review of my DeWalt jumper pack. This is an obviously after purchase review, and I've used this thing a lot of different times. Overall, it has its flaws, but it has definitely been the best jumper pack, full-size jumper pack I've ever owned. It's definitely better than the Genius Boost. I like the Genius products when it comes to the battery tenders, but their jumpstart products, I definitely do not like them. So like I said, this has definitely been the best, but it does have its faults, which I will definitely show in this video. First off, on the top here, it does have air compressor. The nice thing with this is it will actually show pressures. I don't have it connected to a tire, obviously. That's just showing what it's sitting at for voltage. So you connect it to a tire, it will actually tell you how much pressure is in the tire. You can actually set this for the pressures you want, and it will pump it up to that, no higher. So I have confirmed this with other testers. It does stop right at, say, 12 pounds. I know tractor tires are 10 pounds. I put 12 pounds in because you lose a little bit of air. So the Airline here, the Airline's nice to have, but I'm going to show a couple of flaws with the air system that could have been a little bit better and definitely do need improvement. But it is nice that it's on the front, but I will definitely show the flaw in a second. You got your 1000-watt inverter. You got your two plugs, two standard household plugs, two USB ports. USBs are on. The AC power, 1 second here. Yep, AC power is also on. So you can run the USBs and the AC power at one time, which is nice. So let's turn them back off. You also have an alternator check, and you have a light. The other issue is with the light, which I'll show you in a second. But the biggest flaw I find with this particular unit is the actual jumper cables themselves. The way they connect right here, they use a 4-pin connector. I'll show in a second where they go to. And the other biggest issue with them is this right here. On my Genius Boost review video after purchase, I showed that it has actually larger cables. These ones are actually smaller, which is unfortunate for this product. It's such a good product, but they don't give you good enough cables. They're decent length as long as you are getting to a battery that's reasonably easy to get to. So they're good that way, but the actual size of the ends is the issue with these. They work perfect on small engine equipment, but they do not work the best on vehicles when it comes to boosting them. I have used this a bunch of different times to boost vehicles. That is their flaw. You gotta get it on half on the terminal so you don't get a full connection. You guys don't know what I'm saying. Nice thing is, this also shares with a lot of the smaller jumper packs. You have a physical on and off for the power, which is nice. You can boost something that doesn't have an electrical system necessarily, say if you're testing an engine. So you can just jump the starter. I've done that multiple times with this as well. It does work. The only damage I've ever occurred on this unit, this knob fell off. I don't remember what necessarily happened, but the knob came off. I found it, popped it back on. There's no issues. It does have a kind of a roll bar on it. As you can see, the carry handle sticks up fairly high. It is a very stout carry handle. It does protect everything in here as well. I imagine if you threw it down a hill, it might not fare as well, but the knob might come off. But I imagine all this here would be protected. All this here would be scratched. You might lose your Airline, but the physical unit itself would probably be in one piece. And the roll bar does continue around the front. It does give you some front protection. Now the flaws. Really, this is the actual charging port. It's nice that they give it to you like this here. I know a lot of the smaller ones are similar. It's good that you don't have an extra physical cord that you have to find, or wall wart type plug you gotta find and actually plug into this thing, which is, the wall wart ones definitely suck because you can't use them on all outlets. This here, find a small extension cord and use it. I'm actually going to be putting together an extension cord just for this unit to charge it. The other issue is this is where you plug in to do the boosting. It's in the back. Also, this here is kind of flimsy. It has an arrow on it, tells you where to do it. It's tight, but it is kind of flimsy. So that is definitely the flaw. This should have been in the top of the unit, say right here, or right here, or right here. And the lights. Let me see if I can hit the right button. There we go. The lights are on the back. The unit that this replaced was a MotoMaster. It was a pile of junk. Right from pretty much day one, it was a pile of junk. But its good factor is it had a removable light that you could actually put on just about anything because it had a magnet on it. Let me turn that off so I'm not blinding you guys. So it had a 12 volt cigarette style light that could plug into it, and you could also take it off and obviously plug it into your vehicle if you needed to. This thing has the two physical LED lights. That's definitely its downfall, is the lights. Because for one, they're on the back. Two, they're non-movable. You can't direct them to where you need to be. And really, this is just the two flaws with them. Okay, I was able to find the original light that came with my previous jumper pack, like I mentioned. Here it is right here. Like I mentioned, this was a really well-designed light. Unfortunately, the rest of the jumper pack was not as well designed as some of its accessories were. This here could mount on just about any metal surface with a magnet, and Shania is coming in to take a look. So you can mount this just above where you're working, shine light on it. You could even work under hood, again, magnet. I know most vehicles have aluminum hoods, but there's still metal underneath there that you could attach this to and pretty well direct this anywhere you need to go. It has a very nice long cord on it, approximately 8 feet long. So you could connect this in just about anywhere and work on just about any corner of your vehicle with ease. You'd also connect this to the actual jumper pack itself, which unfortunately the DeWalt doesn't even have this 12 volt port. That's one other small flaw with the DeWalt. We'll talk about another one in a second. So this was definitely a very good work light. That's why I held on to it. It held up very well over time. It is plastic, so you'd think plastic would break down and crack, but no, I have not had any issue with this actual light itself. Something else the other jumper pack had that the DeWalt doesn't. It had safety lights on the top, a red and a blue light. When after turning them on, they would flash. So again, if you're stuck on the side of the road, that jumper pack for safety reasons is better than DeWalt, but overall build quality, the DeWalt was much better. And DeWalt overall has better quality, but unfortunately not for safety. And I guess it kind of goes with it, with where the Airline is on the front. Say if you're pumping up a tire in the dark, it's kind of difficult. I'll flip her back around. The Airline itself is a decent length. It's about 3 feet roughly, and it is a good quality Airline. And believe me, I know that for a fact. I was pumping up a tractor and forgot it was connected and went to drive off, and it literally pulled the entire unit and did not break the Airline. So it's definitely a good quality on that aspect, but this should have been on the back. My other jumper pack had the Airline on the back, but it was behind a door, which the door kind of sucked. They should have gave you a light, say right here and right here as well. It kind of looked like they were kind of planning on that, but there's actually screws in here. So they should have really given you 2 lights, 2 on the front, 2 on the back, sorry, 2 sets of lights. That would have helped out a little bit better, especially for one right here. Say if you're pumping up a tire, it would have definitely helped. Nice thing is, they give you a good size carrying bag for the actual jumper cables. So my previous jumper pack had 2 connectors, one like right here, one like right here, where you connect the actual positive and negative cables. That was definitely an issue. I'll put a picture of the actual cables in right here. Okay, here are the actual cables. Instead of inserting a picture, if you're inserting a little video clip of them. These are the ones that came on the MotoMaster jumper pack I had, the really junky one. But it may have had its issues, but the cables are bigger than the DeWalt by just a little wee bit, and size definitely does matter. There's the positive. But their downfall, these connections on the end. Luckily, I'll be able to use these with my new DeWalt charger. I do believe these still work. I'll just do a continuity test on them. So this is how you would connect them to the actual charger, positive, negative, and you slip them on, tighten them up. That was definitely their downfall right here, because you didn't really get a good connection between here and here, especially when boosting. So these they could handle the amperage, but they couldn't do it, and they did wear out very much prematurely. As you can see, they've been taped because the actual physical ends were getting loose. But the actual cables, or sorry, the clamps themselves are better than DeWalt, but their overall design was poor. So this one here, it's nice that it actually plugs right in. So would I recommend this unit to anybody? Yes, this is definitely a good unit to buy. It's much better than the much smaller units you can buy at Harbor Freight. I don't think you can buy them here in Canada from Princess Auto. I don't really know. I haven't really looked into it. I don't like those smaller units anyways. So for a good full-size jumper pack, this is definitely a good one. Yes, it's expensive, but it's a good buck that you're getting here. So you can run a lot of different stuff off of this. Like you got your USBs, you got your 100 amp max for 100 watt max for your 110 volt. It's a good unit. I use this when the hydro goes out while I'm getting the generator running to keep the satellite running until I get the generator on. I use this for lots of different things around the house. I use this all the time when working on small engines. This unit has never let me down. It's been the best one I've ever had. So don't waste your money on the small units. Go out and get a big jumper pack. You won't be mad. Like, this is a good unit, good bang for your buck. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it neck like always, and please try and comment. If anyone has any other questions about this particular unit, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Bye for now.